Hello, Sagittarius. Alright, so this is your love reading. I really already feel like it's pretty good so far. I already shuffled the cards. Do keep in mind this is a general reading. So let's get into reading. I do feel like a few of the notes I was thinking as I was going into the reading is involving marriage, family, new starts, and new beginnings. That's what came to my mind when I was laying out your cards with some of the cards, energies and stuff. So do keep in mind Mercury is going retrograde in Scorpio. So it can be intense. Don't worry, don't be alarmed. Even though it's Mercury retrograde, we can all slow down a bit and relax and just try to chill and just try to use the energies as guests. Like if someone comes to your house for a visit or a gathering or an event, just look at it as those people are guests in your house. And Mercury has to do with communication, but with it going in retrograde, it's going to be the opposite of that. So there may be miscommunication, there may be some little issues with technology. So do be aware of that. And also too, with it going retrograde in Scorpio, if you have any Scorpio in your placements, it could affect you. Scorpio is intense as it is, as a sign, as a person. So it's very emotional based, and it's also very sexual. So a lot of sexual energy I'm feeling for you guys. And in regards to relationships, it can be good, but also too, it can be very illuminating. Because Scorpios, they want to bring what's hidden to light. They could be very secretive at the same part. You could possibly be dealing with a Scorpio. I don't know, talking about Scorpios. Possibly could be dealing with. I don't know. But yeah, it can be combative too in some way because Scorpio likes to be secretive. So do be aware with this energy. It's intense, yes, but it can be very harmonious. Especially we have right now, we're in Libra season, so it's a very harmonious time with relationships. So I feel like this month it's about, I was thinking boundaries, maybe boundaries with family and friends and loved ones, maybe possibly. But one of the first things I got right away was, you know, marriage, family, new starts and new beginnings. But with that saying, there could be some endings because the old life is dying and you're coming into Scorpio season after the end of the month. So it's about going into the underworld. Like Scorpio is literally the underworld itself, and really cocooning itself and integrating the darkness and coming into light for spring and so forth. So do keep in mind this is a great time for shadow work if you're into that kind of stuff. It's also a great time to really work on being self-empowered. Just kind of like Leo season and Virgo season is really diving deep inside your soul and really learning your value again, learning your self-worth, and being empowered with your sexuality. Because a lot of energy with Scorpio, is very sexual, very intense. Like any Scorpios that I have met, very intense people. I have a few sisters and a sister-in-law who have like Scorpio moons, and they're very intense people. They live intense lives, so a lot of craziness happens and stuff. So keep in mind with the energies, it can be intense. Maybe the strong connection that you have with someone is intense, because I'm already feeling hot, you know? Alright, so let's dive deep, deep as the Scorpio would. Bottom of the deck is 9 of Wands. Alright, so somebody has a guard up in this relationship. This could be you're in a relationship with multiple people. I don't know why I'm feeling the energy of Scorpio is already in this energy. I didn't mean to be like a Scorpio reading, but I'm feeling Scorpio already strong. Anyway, in a relationship, whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship with multiple people, committed, not committal, or you're not being non-committal. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I feel like with this being the energy of basically what's going on in the relationship, someone has their guard up, and I feel like this month is a month to get your guard undone, because it's kind of hard being in Scorpio season not to reveal things that are hidden, or if you're guarded, you're not going to be guarded for much long. So it also could indicate you're very protective of this relationship, you and another person, is the energy I'm getting. That it's a very protective, sacred energy. Maybe you're in the public eye and it has that kind of vibe in your relationship where not too much is exposed, which is a very good thing. But I'm feeling strongly with Scorpio energy. I don't know. You could be married to a Scorpio, could be in a relationship with a Scorpio. Who knows? Alright, so going into what's going on in the relationship, coming in, you have Knight of Cups and the other person has Ace of Cups. So I'm getting, Sagittarius, that there is a love connection here, a soulmate connection, new beginning, new love, newfound love. You could be with this person for some time or coming into this relationship. So it's a very intimate relationship. Like you're kind of mirroring each other with this energy. Now, I feel like with you ultimately, it's like a double thing, like maybe double standards. I don't know why I'm thinking. Maybe you have to show a double standard. I don't know why that's coming up. But you're coming in union with someone very dear and close to your heart. They're feeling about the same way. You could be dealing with the Pisces as well. Page of Cups. So I feel like it's a very mutual energy where you're both exchanging maybe vows, you're both exchanging love, you're both in this union coming together. Now the thing, kind of what's going on in the relationship, is the Two of Swords. So you're at a crossroad, you're coming into union together, but also too, there needs to be decision time here. Maybe this month is a decision between maybe two lovers, maybe between you and this person. You know, you're in the valley of decisions. You're on the threshold to something great, I'm feeling. Alright, so let's see if we can get the other cards. I'm sorry if it's way out there on my phone. I had to put it on the charger, so it kind of like veered out, so everything's all chaotic. Maybe everything feels chaotic right now. Alright, so the very first card is the Four of Wands. So there is a celebration happening this month, whether it's a wedding celebration, whether it's relationship in general. I was also getting to, in the beginning, you could be dealing with a family dynamic situation, because right by that is the Seven of Swords. And then Eight of Swords and Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with a Cancer, involved in a relationship or a marriage of some kind. Also too, what I'm getting, there could be this need to retreat and to really reflect before you make a decision of this water sign. You could be in the outside looking in on a situation, Sagittarius. I was going to say Scorpio. Damn, you have a Scorpio in this energy. Oh my God. Hey, it may not be a Cancer. It may be a Scorpio. So you're looking in, zeroing in on the situation from an outsider, I'm feeling. This is a storyline. I think it has to do, it could deal with the Scorpio, but it's more about the toxicity, the entrapment of this water sign. Or you're feeling emotional. Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. You're very emotional about this situation, whether it involves a marriage dynamic situation involving a family or third-party situation. I'm getting there's a lot of, toxicity with this. There's a lot of emotions with this, and I feel like you really need to get out of this stuck energy, because I feel like new love or love is here for you. Love is always here for you. It's not forsaken, not forgotten. It's always here. It's being present with that moment. But there's some toxicity around this person, I feel like, Sagittarius, that you're dealing with. Or you're taking on this energy that feels toxic. You're in a relationship, but yet you're emotional. Maybe emotional closed off, maybe emotional not in tune with yourself. So there's a lot going on for you, I feel like, for October. A lot of emotions, maybe things that came up in your past, and you're really having to dive deep into those things and to heal. So you can have this new beginning. So you can have this relationship that you're in. You need to clear these out. So I'm sending this energy. It's the black tourmaline. You need to release it. Anything in the past, so you can finally move and put some love and healing in that. But yeah, you're divinely guided, I feel like. You're protected. So if this is a past situation, I really feel like you need to get in union with this person. You don't want to miss this opportunity with them. It's a once in a lifetime you're getting. And so you move forward. Okay, now we're moving it to here. Alright, Scorpio. Yeah, you need to get rid of this Scorpio. The Scorpio is in your view. I don't think this Scorpio is helping you much. Or it's a past person you're feeling connected to. Let me put all of them on the swords. Clearing all these swords. I don't feel like they're good for you. Clearing it for you. So the storyline I'm getting, Sagittarius, there's a lot of clearing going on. So you can, because I have a need to get these cards out. All these swords. Shake them off. So you can finally move forward. Let's just shake off all these swords. Help you release these. Alright, so let's zero on what we got here. Not everyone does that, but I felt the need to just straighten up these. You could have Virgo in your placement. I don't know. Alright, so let's see what this looks like without these swords. You know? What does it look like now? It's a lot of moving on. No more juggling. Taking that out. I'm being weird on this reading because I feel like there's a lot of clearing that needs to happen. A lot of truths that need to be spoken with you, Sagittarius. Whether you're not being clear on something, whether you want this relationship, whether there's someone outside of the relationship you're emotionally attached in some way. But I just feel like there's this need to move through and clear the clutter, clear the crap of the past, so you can get the star, so you can have control over your destiny. I'm feeling, you know, there's a need to stop looking back, you know, and to fully expand your wings, you know, be the phoenix from the ashes, you know, and truly take on the energy. I don't know why the Empress came to my mind. And truly embody yourself once again. You know, it could be a power struggle. It could be something in the past relatable to the present that's coming up. And I feel like it's getting you trapped. Maybe you feel trapped in a relationship and you can't seem to break free. So I am sending you guys all the love and healing to release this energy. If there is someone around you that needs clarity, give them the clarity they need. You don't have to be attached to them, like attached to detached, kind of like Aries reading. So there may be something in the Aries reading that could benefit you in some way, or I was thinking Cancer, but I don't know. I just feel the need to say those. But there's a lot of releasing that you guys need to be doing on a soul level that maybe you're not really seeing, that you need to eliminate these fears. So the best way to eliminate any fears you may be having, whether it's getting into a new relationship with someone, whether it's about this new endeavor you're trying to, and you're worried about what people are going to think, or you're worried about what this love connection thinks, you just need to be solid and truthful. You need to come into your maybe shadow self of yourself and look at it for what it is, and then move on. Because I feel like for the past few months, you all have been having these readings where the past is coming up. And I feel like whether it was traumatic childhood growing up, it still affects you from this day forward. Whether it was abuse from a family member, you need to be solid in really integrating the shadow aspect of yourself, whether that's taking a few moments a day to reflect of where you come from. And I know Sagittarius are like this, but reminiscing with the past is fine, but don't get stuck there. Look at the heartache as a reference point. Like, I achieved a lot in my life. I've been through shit. I've been through hell and back, not to just mope in it, kind of like a Cancer would, or maybe a Leo or Sagittarius, but to fully embody it and transmute it into better energy. Like, use it for, not trying to be too spiritual, like use it for the glory of God if you're in that religious. Use it for others to help them. Because I feel like there's a lot of this need to talk to people, a need for connection, a need to really get what it out of you, to really fully express it. But that's not going to help it. I feel like embodying it, I'm not saying re-traumatize yourself. Just look at it and contemplate, where have you came from? What was the life lessons of the past? What did they help you with? And how can you be, the best version of yourself, regardless of what happened to you, whether it's abuse, sexual abuse, whether it's something that you put yourself through that may have been toxic, whether it's an addiction of some kind, whether it's lust, whether it's getting into this sexual abandonment, and you felt like in order to connect with someone you had to do all these evil deeds, or you had to be in maybe addictions so you can be noticed, so you can be connecting on I was going to say egoic life pattern. But I feel like the need for connection for you guys is very vital right now. So if you can trust people with your past and you can fully open up, I feel like it's going to help you reminisce those things, to fully integrate them to help people. I really do feel like you guys have so much potential to help people, or you want to do some kind of spiritual practice where you can literally help people. I feel like there's this need to help people, on a spiritual level, but I feel like there's a need to heal your own garbage, take out the trash for yourself in your own life, and really integrate your past into, pretty much becoming a phoenix that rises from the ashes. And I feel like that's a real big prominent need right now, is to connect with people. But I feel like don't get entrapped into the idea that I'm going to connect so I can use people in some way, but connect with people so you can really integrate in becoming the best version of yourself, and therefore you can be able to help people. Because once you do the healing, you guys make great healers. You make great people, philosophers, great inspiration to people. You have a lot of potential. I just think you really need to take some time out, maybe a few months, maybe a year, to really integrate the past. Because I feel like there's a lot of past issues. Like, maybe you see people potentially doing what you want to do, you're kind of envious them, but at the same time, you're not going to be able to fully do those things if it's not in you to do them. And if it's not in you to do them, to heal completely from the past. Like, there's really never a point to heal, but I feel like ultimately there is a point when you can really be comfortable in opening up to people and in your like philosophical way of how your brain works and analyzing things, per se, you can really help people. Because I feel like there has been a few people that you really opened up to recently, and I've experienced it in my own life, so I am speaking the truth on that. I believe that really helped them open up their parts of their past they didn't want to explore, and you help them to become vulnerable, if the word is correct, so that they can integrate their shadow of their past. So, anyways, hope that resonates with someone. Goodbye.